Hello friends, myself Manjushri Gunjagaonkar from Sri Jain Vidya Prasarak Mandal, Rasiklal M. Dhariwal College of Pharmacy, Chinswad. Now, here in this video, we are going to study the concept of health part 2. In previous video, that is in part 1, we have covered the definition of health and various dimensions of the health. Now, in this video, we are going to study in detail about the determinants of health, indicators of health, and role of the pharmacist. So, first we'll going to study the determinants of health. So, as we know, health does not exist in isolation. It can be influenced by many factors. These factors lie within the individual and in the society. These factors interact and can lead to promotion or deterioration of the health of an individual or community. Following different types of the determinants are there which can affect our health. So, broadly it is classified into 8 types, that is biological determinant, environmental determinant, behavioral and socio-cultural conditions, socio-economic conditions, health and family welfare services, aging of the population, gender and other. The environmental determinant is again divided into two subtypes, that is internal environment and external environment. So first we are going to see the biological determinant of the health. So biological determinant here nothing but the genetic makeup of an individual. As we know, it is unique and it cannot be changed. Genes play a very important role in health and development of child. A number of diseases are of genetic origin. For example, mental retardation, diabetes, hemophilia, etc. occurs in the next generation which affects the health. Environmental determinant, as we know, it is of two types, internal environment and external environment. So, health of a person depends on internal environment and external environment. Internal environment refers to coordinated harmonious functioning of every component of the body, which is known as a homeostasis in the body. External environment refers to all the things in the surrounding of the individual to which he is exposed, for example, air, water, climate, etc. Environment has a direct impact on the physical, mental, as well as social well being of the living beings. Next comes the behavioral and socio cultural condition. It is the way people live. It reflects the social values, attitude and activities of individual. It is composed of cultural and behavioral patterns and lifelong personal habit like smoking, alcoholism, etc. Health requires healthy lifestyle. Many diseases are associated with lifestyle. For example, obesity, heart disease, diabetes, etc., which comes under the behavioral category because of the behavioral or lifestyle habits of that person. Socioeconomic conditions is the next determinant which affects our health. Health status is significantly determined by the socio-economic levels, which are primarily determined by economic status, education, occupation, family size, quality of the life that affect the health status of an individual in many ways. Next comes the political system. The health is also related to country's political system. A political system oriented toward the social development promotes the good health. The poor peoples living in slum, lacking good hygienic conditions, are the targets of the disease agent. The people in rural area who do not have access to health services should be taken into consideration while framing the policies by the political parties because it ultimately affects the health status of these communities. Next determinant is health and family welfare services. The term health service covers a wide spectrum of personal and community services for treatment of disease, prevention of illness and promotion of health. The purpose of the health services is to improve the health status of the population. For example, immunization, general screening program for infectious disease, etc. Next is aging of the population. Chronic diseases and disabilities both are the problems that tends to occupy the aging process and requires the special attention. Gender, it is the fact that the women are cared less in comparison to the men in the society in every respect or aspects. Therefore, in 1993, the Global Commission of Women Health was established and the commission prepared agenda for the action on women's health. And last one is the other factors, which includes food and agricultural, educational, industry, social welfare, rural development and adoption, etc., which affects indirectly the health of the person. Now, next comes the indicators of the health. As health indicators are the indicators which helps to measure the health status of the community, to compare health status of one country with another, to assess healthcare need and evaluation of health services, activities and programs. Indicators helps to measure the extent to which objectives and targets of the program are being attained. So, the indicator must have some ideal characteristic. That means it should be valid, it should be reliable, it should be sensitive, it should be specific, feasible and relevant. So, next comes the various indicators of the health. So, health indicators, there are 11 to 12 types of the health indicators. First one is mortality indicator, morbidity indicator, disability rate, nutritional status indicator, healthcare delivery indicators, utilization rate, indicators of social and mental health, environmental indicator, socio-economic indicator, health policy indicator, quality of life indicators. So, one by one we are going to see in detail about all these indicators. First one is the mortality indicator. This indicator is again specifically defined in different terms. The important mortality indicators are crude death rate, life expectancy, infant mortality indicator, child mortality rate, maternal mortality rate, disease specific mortality, etc. So, first we will see the crude death rate. It is defined as the number of deaths per 1000 population per year in a given community or area. Life of expectancy. Life expectancy at birth is defined as average number of years that will be lived by those born alive into a population. Infant mortality indicator, it is the ratio of death under 1 year of age in the given year to the total number of birth in the same year, usually expressed as rather per 1000 live birth. Child mortality rate, number of death at age 1 to 4 years in the given year per 1000 children in that age group at the midpoint of the year concerned. Next comes maternal mortality rate. It indicates the proportion of deaths amongst the women of reproductive age. Disease specific mortality. These are the rates due to the specific diseases, for example, mortality rate due to cancer, cardiovascular disease, etc. Next comes morbidity indicators. The indicator gives information regarding the disease condition in the community. The description of the mortality rate do not reveal the burden of ill health in a community. So, the morbidity indicators are used to supplement mortality data to describe the health status of population. The important morbidity indicators are incidence and prevalence rate, notification rate, OPD attendance rate, hospital admission rate, duration of the stay in hospital, etc. Next comes disability rate. Since the death rate have not changed markedly in recent years, despite massive health expenditures, disability rates related to illness and injury have come into use to supplement the mortality and morbidity indicator. It is divided into two types: event type indicator and person type indicator. Next indicator is nutritional status indicator. These are measurement of height, weight and circumference of preschool children at a school entrance age. Next health indicator is healthcare delivery indicator. This indicator reflects the equity of distribution of health resources in different parts of the country and provision of healthcare. That means doctor to population ratio, doctor to nurse ratio, population to hospital bed ratio, etc. Next comes the environmental indicator. This reflects the quality of the physical and biological environment in which disease occurs and in which people live. It includes indicators related to population of air and water, radiation, soil wastage, noise, exposure to toxic substances in food and drink, etc. Seventh type of indicator is socio-economic indicator. It is indirect measure of health status. It includes rate of increase in population, level of unemployment, family size and literacy rate, dependency ratio, etc. Utilization rate is nothing but extent to which healthcare facilities are utilized by the population in year. So, percentage of immunized children and mother, bed occupancy rate, length of hospital stay, percentage of people using the family planning method, etc. comes under the utilization rate. Next comes social and mental health indicator. It includes the incidence of suicides, homicides, alcohol or drug abuse, smoking, road traffic accidents, use of tranquilizers, etc. These indicators provides guide to social action for improving the health of the people or individual. So these are the different indicators and determinants of health. Now next we are going to see the role of the pharmacist. As we are pharmacist, here the role pharmacist plays important role in promotion of the health. So what are the different roles? First and the major most important role of the pharmacist is accurate compounding and dispensing of the drug. Then drug purchasing, accountability, inventory control, proper storage of the drug. Patient counseling is the major role and the most important role to ensure the correct use of medicine by the patient. The pharmacist should not only sell medicine but should also explain its side effects, drug interaction, dose to be taken by patient, correct way of swallowing the tablet, right time of taking the medicine, ill effect of expired medicine, etc. Next comes reviewing of prescription prior to the dispensing. Apart from that, special care for the illiterate patients, geriatric patient in the community, clinical services such as BP measurement, blood glucose measurement, etc. Health education of the community on the various health and disease aspect. Pharmacist can play a role in the control and prevention of communicable diseases like tuberculosis, STD, AIDS, like that. He can direct the patient to proper medical care facilities and can get involved in public education in such aspects. In the control of chronic diseases like hypertension, asthma, community pharmacists can encourage the people to acquire good living habits like quitting smoking, alcoholism, to increase the consumption of nutritious and low cholesterol diet, to increase the physical activity. So, these are the different roles by which the pharmacist can help the society or community for the promotion of health. Thank you. Thank you very much.